Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode in the No Dust No Worries Season 1 Rogue Budget Hearthstone Laddering Climb. Okay, so if you guys are just following on from the previous video, I have fixed up my error in recording the number of wins and losses, and I have figured out that at the start of my own video, which I should be aware of, I lost to a priest, then we beat a paladin, and then we lost to a druid. Okay. And let's hop right back on in and see where we can go within the next couple of games.
Valera versus
Shaman. Rank 21 Shaman. Okay, shouldn't be a problem, but it's always hard to say. So you never know at this level what sort of card to expect in someone's deck. I can go 1 coin 1. 1 coin 1, that wouldn't be a 2-drop then. I can go 1 coin 1. I think I will go 1 coin 1. And I've said so before, having 1-drops, having 2 1s against Shaman is really important because it challenges their turn 2 and subsequent turns worth of hero powering. Basically, having a 2-1 before a Shaman can develop anything locks out their hero power. And this also challenges things such as Totem Golem. So it's a pretty strong start, but I'm going to need to draw into things that will help me get through the mid game. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. He's forced. He didn't have a turn 2 play, so he's just forced to play a totem which dies for free, which basically means his turn 2 was nullified. And now he's on turn 3 and he's very far behind. Although my board is weak to Lightning Storm. And that is one of the key Shaman cards. Whenever you play against Constructed Shaman, watch out for the Lightning Storm, boys. Okay, Earthshock on a Murloc Raider. That's not too bad for me. I think I've probably got a weapon up. Yeah, I will control. And I think I actually will backstab this thing just to protect my doctor. It feels a little overkill, but the doctor has been on the board since turn 1. He's been gaining value. He's been hitting things. I think really my view of removal and how removal should be used in this game is that you should only use removal when it's worth protecting the thing. When you have something to protect, whether it's your face or minions, and it's usually better to protect your minions with removal because then your minions could do work and then require the opponent to remove them, then so on and so forth. I think I will develop the Inventor because we have a very high chance of dealing with whatever comes out of the Shredder. As we have 3 attack, yep, perfect. 3 attack in total. So we dealt with the Shredder. I could have sapped it, but I like the slower play. The sap is a fast play and I didn't have a 2-drop to follow up. But sap is a good play here. But do I want to make the sap play? I don't think so, because this turns into a 5-5, which directly challenges the Sludge, and the Sludge does not challenge the Gnomish Inventor as it's only got 3 attack. So the Sludge alone does not challenge either of these and goes down straight to my Warlord. So that was a pretty straightforward play. Oh, if there's a Flame Tongue, then we're going to be in trouble. No, there's not, but he does get a... Okay, thanks. I definitely would have... That's hard to say, actually. There's a lot to be said about the ordering of Hex and things like that. I think I can sap. Yeah, I think sap Yeti is correct here. Because it gives me a freebie on the Tuskar Totemic. It eliminated 5 mana worth of creature, although he's basically just going to play it again, but that's fine because I can challenge it with my weapon up, or I don't know how strong sap would have been, because it would have been perfect if this was a 5-drop, but because it's a 6-drop, well, actually, anyway, he didn't make that play, so that's fine. Because it's a 6-drop, I couldn't weapon up. I think I just drop the 6 and clear the totem. I can't stress enough how important it is to clear Shaman totems. The Shamans, value-based Shamans and just regular Shamans tend to like to put things like Flame Tongue and if you're a little more defensive, things like Direwolf Alpha into their decks. and leaving totems up just means that they can potentially get value from Flame Tongues and Dire Wolves, and that's not ideal. Okay. I can weapon Deadly to deal 5. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Weapon Deadly to deal 5. But I don't have to do that straight away. I can do that later. Weapon Deadly costs 2, 3, 4. And then I have 3. I'll do this first, just to see what comes out. It's not a super efficient play, because doing Weapon Deadly first would I heal me, or no, I think I heal the ogre because my health is not an issue. Weapon Deadly allows me to clear the sludge, and then the fan would deal 1 damage to the remainder sludge. But since I'm running this in anyway to the remainder sludge, I think it wouldn't have made a difference. I think it was correct to fan first. But in other situations, you may want to pop the... What are you doing? You may want to pop the sludge before you do any AoE damage. Okay, we're looking pretty strong. Okay, that's fine. Definitely gonna sprint this. Okay, I don't know how correct that is. Anyway, we'll see. Backstab. Let's sprint first. We're not doing anything else. Oh, if only I was on 10 mana, that would have been such a good play. But this is still a very strong play. I think I will just do this.
Here we go.
Should I backstab this?
Here we
Let's clear this first, because that's definitely happening. If I backstab this and run the doctor in, he can still challenge the Bloodsail. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it, I think. I'm going to leave it. Popping this just puts 2 1/1s on the board, which he can use to trade into, which he can use next turn. So it's not always the best idea to pop creepers. Often, actually, the best way to play around creepers is just to ignore them, because they do very little damage per turn, and they actually deal more damage when their death rattle goes off. Same goes for things like Nerubian eggs. But things like Nerubian eggs, if you see a Nerubian egg in the deck, there usually is an activator, such as Abusive Sergeant or Rockbiter Weapon when it comes to Shaman. But Creeper, sometimes you can bet on it not having removal. Sorry, not having activators, because the card itself is very strong but very slow. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to run this in and do the fan to clear. Yeah. So the fan will kill a whole load of things. Is there any way I can backstab, shoot, fan? Yeah, I think that's right. Backstab, shoot, fan. And I can also weapon up to clear the... Did I already use my weapon? I don't remember. I don't think so. No, I didn't. Great. Yeah, I can also weapon up to clear the stone floor. And we're in a fairly strong position. He's basically obligated to do this. Otherwise, I get value once again off my Storm Pike. Okay, that's not too bad. As I said before, I can deal with this with. I don't even need to use my face. I can. Do I shoot and run in, or do I buff? Buff. Well, I can play either 3. If I buff, I can save this for next turn. Yeah, I think I'll do the buff. Do I do the buff? Yeah, I'll do the buff. I don't really want to take 5 damage to face, but it's not game ending either. 5 damage to face isn't game ending. And it's always hard to say whether. I think I swing at the thing. The damage is wasted if he finds a healing totem. But in the off chance that he doesn't, I can just weapon up and deal with it, or use one of my balls. And there's the lightning storm. That's pretty problematic. To be quite far behind. Yeah, there's a lot of value in the Shaman deck, and we are going to be in a little bit of trouble if we can't find some more cards. And we've actually gone through a load of cards in this deck already. Feels like this deck needs a little more value. I don't know where we might pull the value from. Let me just have a look at the deck list. I mean, you guys can see the deck list right here, but I don't like to tend to play with it on. I don't use deck trackers. I tried them for a little while, but my rationale is, you know, the pros, the people who play Hearthstone for a living, when you get to a tournament, you don't get to use a deck tracker. That's not a thing that they let you do, unless I've been missing out on the memos. It's not a thing that they let you do, so I want to play how the competitive players play. A little bit redundant number of plays there. I'm sure I could have phrased that a little bit better. If you listen to me for any extended amount of time, you may also learn that I'm a bit of a grammar and English Nazi, whether it be warranted or not. Okay, yeah, we're in a lot of trouble here. Against a deck like this, against Shaman in general, Rogue is favoured mainly because of cards like Skulker and SI7, because they deal so cleanly with... okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 6 damage to face.
Here we go.
Because they deal so cleanly, sorry, with totems. Yeah, so we don't really have any tech against Shaman. I would have... if you're facing a lot of Shaman and facing a lot of Pally, you can also do things such as MCT, Mind Control Tech, which steals one of their minions if they have 4 or more. We're done. You're not missing people, no, you're not. Okay, we'll play it.
Well played.
2 up again, let's see how we go. It's a fairly long game there. And before I forget, I'm going to record our loss. Oh, below 50%. Oh well, that's fine. I think the way that Hearthstone works, you just got to keep plugging at it. Okay, let's hop back in. And Mage, alright. If I think about it, what would be my ideal opponent playing this deck? What would be my ideal class to play against? Probably Paladin. Probably Paladin, just because of how well the Rogue Hero Power lines up with the Paladin Hero Power. And the fact that I have 2 oozes. This deck's probably decent against Warrior as well, but not Wallet Warrior. The Wallet Warrior is what I call the warriors that have a lot of dust and cards and packs and can craft. I think the average Control Warrior has about at least 6 or 7 legendary cards in it. Let me count on my hand. Grommash, Alex, Geddon, Rag if you want, Ysera, Sylvanas, Justicar. That's 7 already, and I can't really think of anything else. But that's at least 7. Let me see if I can think of anything else. Justicar. I don't think they play Lotheb.
Death does not scare me.
Yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment, unfortunately. I will just buff here, and I won't attack him. He skipped. Well, I was taxing his Fire Blast that turn, but he didn't. He decided not to Fire Blast. So I am just going to buff this out of the way. There was merit to me swinging into the Death Lord. I'm so used to Death Lords being played by priests that I think I just swing first and see what it pulls out. You have duplicate Death Lords, eh? Duplicate Death Lords. This puts 3 damage onto the board. This puts 2 damage onto the board, but draws me a card. Which one do I want to do? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to play a Death Lord next turn. I'm going to go with the slower play, the more mana efficient play. This would I think there's merit to this play. I think there's merit to taxing his hero power. Yeah, see that? And now he just pings whatever. But I think we can deal with this Death Lord still, because we deal 5. The stuff doesn't go down. My stuff doesn't go down. I can't weapon up. I think I just have to swing here. Yeah, so I run into the Death Lord. Weaponing up would mean I can't play the Razor Pen, and I basically have to. Okay. What is this, some sort of Fatigue Mage or some sort of Grinder Mage? I've never seen Mage in Death Lord. I mean, sorry, Death Lord in Mage. Death Lord is a lot better in classes that can heal the Death Lord, so things like Shaman and Priest, most notably in Priest, because, you know, priests can more reliably heal than shaman. Shaman have to RNG the... Okay, that's a pretty good play. Shaman have to RNG the totems. I could do this, but I don't... I think it's better to develop a big threat since he just spent a turn doing not much. He may have a sheep in his hand, but sheep for 4 mana and then ping the sheep or ping my Razor Fan is fine for me. I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy if he does that. Okay, that's fine. I will... What will I do actually? I think I weapon... I don't want to buff this into BGH range. There may be a BGH there. So I think I weapon an Ogre just to see what comes out. Okay, that's fine. I will buff this. Looks like some sort of like mill fatigue deck. I don't see any other mill elements other than the Death Lords though. And the Death Lords are just giving up a ton of value. He may have a ton of board clears. So I would expect... Okay, is there a Doomsday coming? Is there a Doomsday coming? What are you doing? Okay, that ping suggests he is setting up for Flame Strike. So I'm just going to draw a ton of cards and then spend the Doctor healing the Ogre outside of Flame Strike range. You can't even Flame Strike ping now. And just to note, this is not mirror entity. It's probably more likely to be a second duplicate or an effigy. More likely to be duplicate because effigy on Death Lord, it's not great. It's okay, but duplicate makes it a lot. Yeah, there's the Flame Strike as expected. A good thing we have. Okay, well, I was going to heal this thing up again, but we do have Voodoo Doctor to do that again. We are going to go Blood Sail and Stormwind Shadow. So we have a very strong board yet again, which is semi-resistant to Flame Strike. Okay, it's like some sort of crazy control deck. Okay, we can deal with the Ysera though, so that's fine. I would like to not use my Raider. I think saving the Raider would be great. I can backstab fan, hit. Okay, backstab. I can even fan, hit. Fan. Because I may need the Raider to deal with the effigy target or the duplicate. It's not a duplicate. What is going on? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to heal up. And if it's a Vaporize or something, I still have to do this. I still have to run in. Okay, Ice Barrier is fine. Yeah, we're looking pretty strong. He did draw one Ysera card, and the most disastrous one might be Ysera Awakens because it kills 3 of the things on my board. But we do have a lot of resources left over. Yeah, it's some sort of a mill deck, but there's not enough mill. I don't see enough mill. You need things like... I don't know what you need, but you need more than just Death Lords and stuff like that. I'm not convinced, basically. Okay, I'm probably gonna backstab. Yeah, I think I go Raptor. Does that overfill the board? No, it doesn't. Razor Fen. And make an enormous Frostwolf. Backstab this fella. Just to make sure nothing goes wrong. And mages don't have any ultra hard board clear like Twisting Nether. They do have Frost Nova Doomsayer, which I'm going to be very weak to because I don't really have anything to deal with that at the moment. I'd have to fan into a sap.
I've got the beast.
Okay, that's fine. Here we go. Okay, I have to fan into a sap. And that's fine. He didn't have a perfect answer there. I'm going to Assassins to do this. We save the card draw in our hand. Just once again reiterating. Well, one, we're going into fatigue now, but card draw is much stronger the later in the game you are. And since I already had to weapon up that turn, play the 5-mana Assassin's Blade, playing card draw is less efficient than actually just playing something that's strong. Yeah, this is some sort of a mill deck. I may still have a ton of issues dealing with it because I'm very low on cards. I can fan, shoot, hit, but I'm going to be quite
Almost
low.
out of cards.
I don't think I have much of a choice when it comes to that. Yeah. Very niche, very interesting deck. Definitely would have put an Echo or two in here. Echo of Medivh is a 4 mana epic card that copies all of your minions on the board. This is just some sort of fatigue delay mage, but there's not much healing and there's not much. I don't really see much other stuff in here. Oh, there's the healing. Okay, I see the healing.
I'm out of cards.
Well, it's been interesting to see this deck in action. Okay, and that's no good. I'm not going to survive very long. I don't think I can deal the damage to him. Yeah, but let's just see how he plays it out. I'll probably concede next turn. You know, if he plays anything at all, I'll probably concede next turn. Yeah, there it is. We're basically done. Why didn't you ping? Why didn't you ping? Anyway, well played. Yeah, interesting deck. I like the deck. But it's not surprising that our win rate is dropped quite drastically actually upon reaching rank 20 because we do not have any cards. Yes, that's right. We're playing a basic deck. But it makes me think that maybe I want to tweak the deck in a little bit. But let's just try a few more games. Okay. Where are we going now? Another mage. Okay, I hope it's not another fatigue mage. Let me just check my previously played. No, it wasn't another. It's not another. It's not the same person as before. Okay, 1 coin 2. 1 coin 2. That means I don't want this. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know, as interesting as that deck was, I'm not a huge fan of decks that just continually remove your board and really don't interact. But you know, that's the design of the game, and it's a choice that you make. Decks like that are weak against certain things, and so you know, as long as the player on the other side is having fun, you know, all the best to them. Basically, we have a very strong turn 3 into turn 2 into turn 3 play. Basically guaranteed to have something stick on the board so that the Shattered Sun can buff it for value. And then our turn 4 will probably be consisting of some sort of deadly poison play. Although having drawn that Assassin's Blade, maybe not. Hopefully I'll draw something else so that I can... Actually, no, I'm probably not going to play the Assassin's Blade till later. I think I'm not drawing anything else. I'll still play Weapon Up Deadly Poison. Whoa, okay. That's cute. That's a very cute play. Really handy. Really handy. Okay, backstab. I can still hit, backstab, hit. Hit, backstab. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And I'm not going to weapon up. I mean, I'm not going to use the deadly poison.
Here we go.
It's so likely that I'm going to use the Assassin's Blade on turn 6 because this is my turn 5. This will be my turn 6, and this will be my turn 7. And turn 6 is Assassin's Blade Deadly, so it's so likely that I'll be able to play the Assassin's Blade along with the Deadly that it's better to just hold it and float the 2 mana that turn. Yep, so this is excellent for my Stormpike. Stormpike. Yeah, excellent for the Stormpike. Do I want to attack first? The only situation in which you wouldn't want to attack first is Vaporize, but I don't really care. Like, if this pulls out a Vaporize, I don't really care whether... Oh, okay, you know, actually, that's also fine. I don't really care. Like, in the case of Vaporize, I don't really care if one of my smaller minions, 3-drop minions, gets Vaporized. It's not a big deal. It's basically like going even. But yeah, it's quite interesting to learn that the scientist, killing the scientist with... What are you doing? You fireballed my face? Okay. Killing the scientist with a Stormpike will... So let me rephrase. Mad scientist pulling out a mirror entity. If you kill a mad scientist with a Stormpike and it pulls out a mirror entity, it'll copy the Stormpike. And I think that might not be very well known. I think I'll do the slow play here. I was intending to go Assassin's Deadly, but this puts more damage on the board. Assassin's Deadly is 5 damage. This is 6 and it has to be dealt with. Now I can always Assassin's Deadly later on to clear something or to deal a ton of damage. So he's basically skipped his turn, and this isn't even in ping range. So we will just keep putting on the pressure and basically seal out the game with our Assassin's Deadly. Now I can even Assassin's Deadly Blood Cell to make a 6-3. So it looks like we're in a pretty strong position. The Flame Cannon, oh, okay, but he can't Flame Strike. Flame Cannon, Flame Strike would have been great on turn 9. That's still okay, but he's still dead unless he can get rid of the Stormwind Champ. Yeah, we're done. Yeah. So, yeah, we're done. Oh, I didn't even move to that, sorry. That was BM. That was BM. Okay, and I think we will wrap it up there. I will record the win, yes, before I forget. And I think, yes, that's where we'll wrap it up. I made a little bit of progress this turn. I would really like to get some quests so that we can, let's just check the quest. I would really like to get some quests so that we can actually do things aside from just get 10 gold for winning 3 times. That would be great. I don't know when the quests unlock though. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I will do this. I'd like to hear from you guys about whether you want to watch me do 5 practice games. I'll probably speed them up and just get this out of the way and see whether we get the quests. And if you guys know how the quest system works, you know, feel free to let me know so how I can get some actual quests instead of just sitting on blanky blank. Okay, anyway, that's enough rambling there. I would like to thank you guys for watching. Thanks in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. It means a lot to me. You know, I do this for the love, and I do this for you guys, so it means a lot to me. So before I go, I'd like to wish you guys a happy day, have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. No Dust signing off.